If you see goals as like, I want to make $50,000 in a month, it's a lagging indicator. It doesn't matter. Like it's not going to be concrete enough for you to actually know what's required to change that. What is required to change that is a process and volume. So your goal should be strictly process and volume oriented. So for you, if it's like you have 10 calls on the calendar, your goal should be, I want to run my process at 100. I want to run my process at, let's say, 100% consistency. What I mean by that is on that call, you ran your process to a T. If you notice, I actually started to deviate on these last two calls. I had 80% process efficiency. Then at that point, maybe see what you did in those two calls that caused that. Were they later in the day? Was it just a little too late to where you were tired? You could look at a few things to change here. You could say, well, maybe I should do more push-ups before my calls so that I can make sure I have more energy. Or it's like building in the fix. So your goals shouldn't be numbers oriented or outcome oriented. They should purely be actions and input oriented. And that's it. If you have output goals, or if you have like, this is the output I want, this is the lagging indicator I want, or I want views, I want subs, I want to be able to be the top guy on the leaderboard. All of that doesn't matter, because what makes the top guy on the leaderboard is behaviors and actions and processes and what they're willing to do, the inputs that they're willing to put in. If you match their inputs, what they process that is efficient, you will get to where they want to be. And that's why I say the variable for success is process times volume equals success. So like there shouldn't be any confusion about this. Like this doesn't happen without me having a process where I can do it because I've done it multiple times, and then also having the ability to understand what allows me to do extreme amounts of volume. So if you want the formula for success, it's process times volume. It equals success. It equals you being able to get to the top of the leaderboard, you being able to be the person that you want to be as well. And the thing that separates those people is the people who don't have a process and the people who aren't willing to do volume or change their structure so that they can be successful. So either way, your mentality around goals and the way that you show up is, if you want to be the guy that's first, if you want to be the guy that's at the top, that's making the most money on your offer, that's able to take care of his family, think about inputs. The outputs are great for internal motivation, and you should never tell people those things, but it's always about the inputs that you put in, because that's how you get there. That's how you get there, is having an efficient process and doing enough volume to where it's impossible for you not to succeed. Hey, real quick. So if you are in high ticket sales and you are absolutely struggling with discovery, you don't know what to do during objections, or just your pitch is a little bit shaky overall, if you are having issues when it comes to taking money from your prospects, I want to help you. So what I want to show you is basically an entire school community that I have of closers who are there to excel and there to do better. So if you want help from discovery, pitch, objections, to just general key skills, follow-up, referrals, anything that you can think of, landing roles when it comes to real sales mastery, there is help for you in this free school community. And then there's also essentially a calendar of coaching calls that you can actually join as well, where we will help you directly to improve your sales. We'll role play, we'll do call reviews, pretty much everything that you would need to be successful in sales. Okay. So if you want to join that, you'll also be able to see some of my live sales calls. Just click the link below and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.